NGBN TV, a network for men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, coming January 2024.
This is the rundown with Rubio for Tuesday, September 19th, 2023. Everything happens for a reason. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is looking to open state-run grocery stores since box stores are leaving like crazy. All right, number one, box stores are leaving like crazy. There's two reasons for that. Number one, they're not selling anything, or number two, they're losing money. It's all about money. This one, they're not selling anything because everyone's robbing them. They're losing money because everyone is robbing them. Chicago really needs to tighten up their law enforcement, and you can't even blame the cops on this one. They're not allowed to do anything. So if you're not able to prosecute people that are, basically stealing anything under $950 or whatever it is, they're going to keep stealing it. And now these major box stores, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, all of them are just taking off because they're losing money, and the smart thing to do. I would leave as well. But now the mayor wants to have state-run grocery stores. That is not a good thing. Think what you want about socialism, but this is going right towards the heart of socialism. And when the government starts to run something, the government starts to run something. And let's just say they're not exactly always super effective when they're doing it, if you've ever been to the DMV. All right, so let's move on past that one. There are winners and losers in life. FDA rules ingredient in Benadryl, Robitussin, and Sudafed is not effective and may pull products from the shelves. Winners and losers in life. Okay, I got two ways to look at this. Number one, I never really thought those products did too much. The one that I always come to mind is NyQuil. It's supposed to help your flu or cold or whatever. All it does to me, it just knocks me out, given I take the double a dose, but still I'm a larger man, so that's what I do. And these Benadryl, Robitussin, Sudafed, I don't know how much they actually do. I don't take them a lot, but if they've been ineffective, how long have they known they've been ineffective? That's number one. Number two, is this just another way to get the consumer just to have to go to the doctor, and then you have to pay more insurance payments and all that stuff? Because it seems to me like it would be, hey, I can get generic pills right over the counter, or I got to set up an appointment to get the same exact pills, but I have to go through my insurance carrier. So this one, winners and losers life, basically, it looks like to me the FDA is the winner and a loser. The patient could be the winner and a loser. More a loser because now you have to set up a doctor's appointment. And it seems like Big Pharma, big winner yet again. Weird. Number three, accept and embrace. YouTube has suspended monetization for Russell Brand for violating its creator responsibility policy. Number one, who is the creator responsibility policy managed by? Who's the one that's looking at and saying, okay, this guy, I don't like what he did offline? Because basically Russell Brand has been accused by 4 ladies back from 2010 through 2016 of sexual misconduct. Number one, okay, we got to look at the allegations. Number two, it's been a long time since it could have happened. So that's kind of weird. And number three, this is all coming about as he's been going very, very hard, like we just talked about, on Big Pharma, on politics, on both sides, really. But this guy's been a very open-mouthed, open-sourced. He's really vocal about who is he going against, and he goes right at him over and over and over. He's been very adamant about voicing his opinion on the Rona vaccine, Fauci, and all that. And so now the creator responsibility policy. So now YouTube can suspend him making money because they don't like what he did off camera. Who's in charge of this? What's to say what is good on off camera and what's bad off camera? Because I'm assuming that every person that produces content for YouTube is not exactly an angel or the Pope. I'm assuming there's a lot of bad people putting out content. So that's number one. And this is just going to, in my opinion, going to lead more people to use things like Rumble, where it's just an offset of YouTube. It's basically the exact same thing, but it's more of a free speech thing. And there's no one monitoring you for violating creator responsibility policy. So accept and embrace. I guess you have to accept that YouTube is its own thing. It's a private entity. They can do what they want. And embrace, you're going to have to go to Rumble, Russell, which I think you already are on it. So more power to you. You just get to lose one more revenue stream, whatever. Next one, working hard is not enough. Mark Cuban, owner of the Dallas Mavericks, would only do interviews with reporters that were vaxxed and promoted the vax to others. This is a super weird stance for this guy, considering he ended up signing Kyrie Irving. And Kyrie Irving missed an entire season because he said, I'm not getting vaccinated. But so this guy signed this guy, but wouldn't do interviews with anyone unless they were vaxxed and promoted the vax. So this is kind of like talking out both sides of your mouth. It seems a little odd to me, and definitely working hard is not enough. You could be the best reporter in the world, but if you didn't get the jab, you're not interviewing Mark Cuban. So I don't know. I'm not in on this one. The last one, confidence is the key. This is kind of a wild story. I saw this. I go, yeah, I'm definitely doing this. South African farmers have started to use lions to guard their homes. Good God. All right. So number one, where do you get a lion? I guess you're in South Africa. So in my head right now, I'm picturing, okay, there's lions walking around. Then you got to trap them. Then you got to have the confidence to tie him up with a chain or something. Or do you train a lion? But these South African farmers, I guess they got to keep safe. They're having some issues with some sort of racist murders. But hey, more power to you if you've got the confidence to own a lion. On that note, if you have any questions, you can email Rubio at therubiomethod.com. We are out.